Hi, and welcome to Mother Clucker's Keto Kitchen. Today we're going to be making some homemade mayonnaise. So we're going to go out to my chicken's place area and we are going to get some fresh eggs. So come on with me. Hey girly girls. Here they come. They probably think they're going to be getting some treats. Hi Nugget. So one of my chickens, yep, she likes to lay eggs in here. Fresh brown eggs. Cannot beat that. And then I should have another one in here, or two. No, just one today. It's winter. Whoops! It's winter here in Colorado, so usually chickens don't lay very much. As you can tell, there's still a little bit of snow outside. Not much though. But when it gets colder, they don't lay quite as much. So we're really waiting for spring when all of them start to lay, and then I should have at least 5 eggs a day or so. So we're gonna go back inside, wash these babies off, wash my hands up, and we're gonna make some mayonnaise. Follow me. Hi, and welcome back to Mother Clucker's Keto Kitchen. As I said previously, we are going to be making homemade mayonnaise, which is the best thing you could probably do. That way you can avoid all the sugar and all the crap that's in conventional mayonnaises that are out there that you can purchase in the stores or online. So the first thing that we're going to do is we are going to wash the eggs. The eggs, after they come out of the chicken, these are about as fresh as you can get, the eggs that we just got today. They have what's called a bloom on them, and the bloom is actually what protects the eggs from any bacteria getting into them. And as soon as you wash that bloom off, then they have to be refrigerated. So I can keep my eggs, fresh eggs, up on a counter, as I do back here. I have a little basket. I can keep them up there for months at a time as long as they haven't been washed, which is really cool. So what we're going to do is we're going to wash the bloom off. When you wash fresh eggs, you always want to use warm water because that keeps the pores sealed. If you use cold water, you're going to open up those pores and put all that bacteria into the eggs, and I wouldn't eat it that way. So we're going to go ahead and get these washed, and I'm going to wash my hands also. Get some warm water, not hot. And I apologize for my voice. I have a touch of laryngitis that I'm trying to get over. You just want to kind of rub them really good. You don't want to scrub them or be rough with them because then you risk of cracking them. So we're just going to rub them, rinse them all really good. And you'll know as soon as you get the bloom off, they become more, it becomes more hard to rub. The bloom is kind of slick when it's on there. So we'll wash our hands really gently. Alright, so our eggs, they're washed. Bring them over here, and our mayonnaise. And I also keep my shells because I actually crush those up. I grind them in the processor and actually feed those back to my chickens. And when we make mayonnaise, it's only going to call for the egg yolk, not the egg white. So I will actually save the egg whites and then I actually scramble those up and then I feed those back to my chickens too. They love it. Cannibalism. Alright, so in a food processor, what we're going to do, actually first what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and get our lemons juiced. For this recipe I'm going to double it up because I'm actually going to put it in a mason jar. This should keep for, I would say, about a month or so. So we're going to fill up a whole mason jar with mayonnaise. And for 2 bunches of this we're going to use, see how good I am at this, we're going to juice 2 large lemons. And we're going to put that juice in our mayonnaise. This one gives it more of a whiter texture that you see in commercial mayonnaises, not a yellow, and it also makes it taste really yummy. can actually do these in either a food processor or a blender. Immersion blender would probably work really good if you had a deep pan also. Just depends on how you want to do it. Alright, so we have our lemon juice, and this is probably about 6 tablespoons of lemon juice. And we're going to go ahead and make sure everything's in there. Just pour that right in. Bring my towel over here. And then we have 2 tablespoons of mustard. It's going everywhere. You can use Dijon, brown, whatever kind of mustard. Just don't use the typical yellow mustard. It doesn't have much flavor. We're going to put that in. Try and get all of it out. We have 2 teaspoons, or actually half a teaspoon of salt. Getting ahead of myself. And this is freshly ground. This is pink Himalayan salt. We're going to put it over there. And our egg yolks. We're going to, we'll see how good I am at this. And we'll take the white out. And you'll notice on fresh eggs, the yolk is very dark orange because it's fresh. Typical eggs that sit in the store are already a couple months old. So we just want the egg yolk in there. And I'll do it again. Try and get all the white off. Maybe not. And then I'll put the other yolk in. And then we will save those because I'll actually cook those for my chicken. Wash my hands real quick. Alright. So now we have 2 egg yolks, 2 tablespoons of mustard in there, and we have about 6 tablespoons of lemon juice. Now what we're going to do at this point, oh, and we have a half a teaspoon of salt. We are going to pulse this a little bit to get it mixed up a little. I don't want it too frothy. And then what we're going to do in the meantime is we are going to incorporate 2 cups of olive oil into here. And we're going to do it just a little bit at a time. We'll start with 1. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this on. Might be a little loud. Just pour it in. Turn the speed up. a little bit. Get on low. While you're doing this, you can actually see the little grains of mustard in there. Okay, we'll turn that off. Open this up. Get a spatula. Now, fresh mayonnaise is not as thick when you first make it as regular store mayonnaise until it has time to sit in the fridge, but it is pretty thick. I'm going to go ahead and process this just a little bit more, just to make sure that all this stuff on the side got incorporated. And then we are going to make our chicken salad avocado boats. And I will be right back. Thank you. Alright, so we're going to prepare our avocado boats. First thing what we're going to do is make our chicken salad that's going to go into this. So what we're going to need to do is we will need to dice up half of a white onion. I don't use yellow onions. No particular reason why. I just prefer the white ones. I think they have a better taste. So we are going to chop this baby up. Like that. And it, depending on preference, it can be either, you can mince it, you can have big chunks, you can have whatever you want. I personally would prefer just some little ones, so that's what we're going. Might make my knife work for me. I don't usually use this knife, so. There might be a reason why I don't use this knife. Alright, so I'm just going to run my knife back through this. And this is probably going to be probably a little more than what I'm going to want. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put about a half a cup of it in there. And we will save the rest. We're going to take celery sticks. We're going to dice those up. We want about anywhere from 2 to 4 tablespoons diced celery. And you want these kind of small. You don't want them too big. So we're just going to cut these up. And then we'll cut up those and combine all of that. We will use a different knife next time. This one is not very sharp, doesn't seem. Alright. So we're going to put our celery in. And we have that. To this, we're going to add the mayonnaise that we just made, and it's going to be 2 tablespoons. I already have this set out, so we will get 2 tablespoons out of here. And this is the stuff that we just made, so very fresh. To that, we are going to add 2 tablespoons of avocado oil. Need to get our fats in. So this little measuring scoop is exactly 2 tablespoons. I'm going to pour that in there. And then to this mixture, so we're going to let this set for just a second, we're going to put in a half a teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of pepper, and 1 whole teaspoon of onion powder. And we're going to mix all this together real quick. We're going to let this kind of set. And as you can see, Not a lot of liquid in there. You don't want it soupy. You don't want the mayonnaise and stuff to overpower your chicken or anything like that. So we're going to set that aside. We're going to cut up about 2 cups, chop up I should say, 2 cups of chicken. Now this was done in a pressure cooker last night because I made homemade broth. And this is the chicken that I pulled off the bone. And we're going to pull some of this out, and then we're going to chop this up. And that's probably 2 cups right there. That side. And I'm using this crazy knife again. So you can either leave this chunky, you can shred it. Doesn't really matter how you make it. To each his own, however you want to do it. This I'm just going to do like this. And we're going to hope for the best. And we're going to put this in here. And it looked like about 2 cups. Might have been a little less. We're going to use that. Alright. So now we're going to mix this all up. It shouldn't be soupy or really heavy on the mayo. It actually looks really good, just like that. Next thing you're going to do is you're going to need 2 avocados. You want them fairly ripe, but not overripe. I'm just going to cut them in half. These are pretty easy. As I say that and then can't get this off. Alright. Now we're going to take a regular tablespoon. We're going to hollow this out just a little bit more. And we're actually going to add that into our chicken salad. So you'll have 4 halves. 2 halves will be a serving on this. Do too much. You just want to get enough that you can put some of this chicken salad in. Whatever you have left over, you can have for another day. Alright. Just kind of dice that up in there. If it's really not very ripe, you're going to have trouble doing that. Alright, that's it. So what we're going to do is we're going to get a little plate. Avocados on here. And I usually put pretty generous portions on there. I'm going to smush it down in and then give one more on top. Make these ahead of time, although you do want to put some lemon juice in it to stop the avocados from getting brown. And there you have it. If you would like, you can add extra salt, extra pepper on there, however you want to do it. It's up to you. Just like this. This is an actual meal. 2 of these is what you would eat. Just scoop it right on out with your spoon or your fork, and it tastes wonderful. Have a good day. There are avocado chicken salad boats all plated up and ready to go.